Today I want to share with you a patriotic themed tablescape. I'm Nicole with Adore on the Table, and I'm actually setting this table for Memorial Day this year. But with it being a patriotic theme, you can easily recreate it for 4th of July, Labor Day, Veterans Day, anything that has that patriotic theme and feel to it. Now, obviously, this being a patriotic tablescape for Memorial Day, I'm going to be incorporating red, white, and blue into my table setting. Now, I want to point out, if you're used to seeing my videos, I almost always do all of them in my dining room on the table that I inherited from my Nana. So that is a longer rectangular table, but my kitchen table we always have with the leaves out, and it's set for 4 people. That's we have that small family, and I love the way that we can sit around this table together. And maybe you have a similar type of table, a square one like this, or maybe a small round one, and you've wondered how you can create a really attractive tablescape on a small table like this one. So I'm going to be sharing that with you today. The other thing that's a little unique with this tablescape I'm going to be sharing is I'm not going to incorporate any flowers or candles on it. I'm going to do something a little different because, I love incorporating both candles and flowers into a table setting, but sometimes it becomes a bit of a crutch, and sometimes maybe you just don't want to invest the money in either one of those. I'm pulling everything from my house around what I already own and incorporating it into this tablescape. So I'm thinking you'd be able to do the same thing, or it would be really inexpensive for you to recreate this table. So I'm really excited to share it with you, and let's get started. As I mentioned, I'm going to be incorporating something a little unconventional into my tablescape. Now, first looking at my table, you can see that I have a white table. There are definitely some scratches and dings on it. Because of that, and because of sharing this video with you, I wanted to cover them, but also I have a love of tablecloths. So I decided I would cover my table. And what I'm going to cover with is that unconventional item. It is this flag scarf. I actually got this years ago from Old Navy, and I think they come out with new ones every year. So notice this is a really thin scarf, but it's got the red, the white, the blue with the white stars. Very, very patriotic. And I thought it would be perfect to use as a tablecloth for this table setting, because it is obviously going to have that patriotic feel to it. Now, I don't expect that you have a flag scarf in your wardrobe, but maybe you do, so go grab it, check it out, and see if it would work on your table. I'll make sure I put a link down below, though, for something similar. The other thing, though, is maybe you have a red and white or a blue and white striped tablecloth. Those would work just as well in this table setting idea. Next, I'm going to add these white chargers to my table. I love just the little detail they have on them. Now, I actually found these at a secondhand store, but you can almost always find them at Hobby Lobby or other stores very inexpensively, and I'll make sure I put a link down below. So I'm going to just set one in front of each of my chairs. As I've pointed out previously in past videos, I like to make sure that there's some identifier that all of them will be facing the same direction. So in this case, there's a little bit of a scallop on top, and I'm going to make sure that that is in the same place for each of my chairs. On top of my white chargers, I'm going to be adding these red plates. And let me give you a close-up of them because I just think they are so cute. I mean, take a look at these dots and the detail in there. These are actually Pioneer Women plates from Walmart. I will make sure I put a link down below to you. I think they are wonderfully versatile for lots of different holidays. I'm just going to pick and line up the dots on my plate with the top of my charger here. So again, creating consistency in the way I'm setting my table. Then to each of my place settings, I am adding this really casual red-handled flatware. I actually picked this up on Facebook Marketplace years ago, and I found that I use them so often in different table settings. So I obviously have a lot of red and white going on in this tablescape. Now, let me make sure I'm clear that you don't have to use red and white. If you've got blue plates, use blue plates instead of red. If you have a red charger and white plates, just kind of incorporating in what works best for you and what you already have with the red, white, and blue colors. But since I have so much red and white, I want to incorporate some blue into the place settings. And I thought adding these just wonderful hobnail blue glasses, whether we use them for soda, for water, for lemonade, they would be perfect on this Patriotic Tablescape. Now, if you don't have blue glasses or red glasses, I have another alternative that I think would look just as cute, and that is mason jars. I mean, I think almost everybody has mason jars, and they're so easy to acquire, and getting 4 of them, 6 of them, whatever you need, fairly inexpensive, but those would look really cute also on a Patriotic Tablescape. So I'm just going to put that there for a moment so you can see what it looks like, but I am going to take my blue glasses and set the table with the blue ones. I thought I'd just kind of share with you an idea that I thought would work as an alternative. For this patriotic place setting, you can incorporate white napkins, red ones, or blue ones, whatever you have at home or whatever color you prefer to use. Now, I have these dark blue denim ones that I just really like that casual and soft feel of them. And I'm going to do something really simple with the napkin treatment. I am just going to take and first fold them into thirds. And then I'm going to take and fold it in half. Now I could leave it like this on top of the plates, but I thought I would do something fun. And I have these strips of fabric. These are actually torn from, it's like a bandana kind of print fabric. You could actually go and get a white bandana, a red bandana, or a blue one and either cut it into strips or tear it, similar to what I have here. And then I'm going to take my napkin and I'm just going to kind of pinch it in the middle. And I'm going to take my piece of fabric. Now, you know, instead of fabric, you could also just use ribbon. I know red, white, and striped ribbon is very easy to find at local craft or fabric stores. But you can see I'm just going to take and pull it tight and then let the ends of the fabric just drape down. Another option, instead of a bandana print though, would be maybe a striped print like this one. I used this one in a past DIY project, but I really like how this bandana print, the feel and the look that it's giving to my table setting. With the place settings set on this Patriotic Tablescape, I need to now focus on the centerpiece. But as you can see, there is not a lot of space right here in the center of the table. So what can I do? Now, remember, I mentioned I am not going to incorporate flowers or candles, and I came up with what I think is a super, super cute idea. I am going to take and add this wonderful ceramic blue truck. I mean, take a look. It even says Ford on the back of it. I just think this is the darndest, cutest thing. Now, of course, you might not have found a ceramic truck like this one. And in fact, if you have a child or a grandchild that loves trucks, see if they have a blue one, a red one, a metal one, a white one, something that would work well on a Patriotic Tablescape, and ask them if you can borrow it just for the gathering. And I would bet they would be really excited to see that as part of the centerpiece. So take and put that truck in the middle of the table, just like so. And doesn't it have that very Americana kind of feel to it? Now, again, I am not going to be incorporating flowers into this table setting at all. So I am going to, though, include a white milk glass vase. I'm going to put that right in the bed of the truck. Can you guess what I'm going to add to that vase since I'm not going to incorporate flowers? Probably can't. I'm going to include some small flags. I mean, who does not have a handful of these small flags in their decor stash? I think everybody has multiples of them, so they're really easy to add into the middle of the vase. Now, if you don't have any, they're also super inexpensive to find at your local thrift stores or even probably dollar stores. But I will make sure I put links down below to similar trucks and vases and even the flags for this tablescape. I almost forgot, there's one more thing I want to add to this table setting because I think they add a little bit of fun and whimsy. I found these red and white straws, which I thought looked so cute in my blue glasses. Now, they also have blue and white straws, which would be really cute in a red or white glass. I just think they add just that extra little piece that I wanted in my table setting. What do you think of my simple Patriotic Tablescape? Is one you feel confident you could recreate? If you enjoyed my video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And remember, setting a beautiful table is a gift to those gathered around it. I hope you have a wonderful time with your friends and family, and I'll see you next time. Bye.